Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGod. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on the evolution of sniper rifles in the Black Ops series. So this is going to include World at War, Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. There are a total of 25 sniper rifles among all 5 of those Call of Duty titles. And I'm sure for many of you, we'll be taking a stroll down memory lane. So if you do enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button. A lot of work goes into these type of videos. And if you do want to find your way back to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on. So let's go ahead and start it off with World at War. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and start it off with World at War, and World at War actually had 5 different sniper rifles. There was the Springfield, the Arisaka, the Mosin Nagant, the Kar98K, and the PTRS-41. And overall, since I'm not a hardcore sniper, I'm just going to give you my honest feedback. Obviously, some of you that are hardcore snipers will agree and disagree, but at the end of the day, I just want to really talk about these weapons in each individual game. The thing that was really nice about World at War is a lot of the maps were very large. There's some of the largest maps in Call of Duty history within this game. And as a result of that map design, snipers had a huge place in this particular Call of Duty. I did not play World at War in its prime, so it's very interesting to find out how the snipers differed compared to the more recent Call of Duties. For every sniper rifle you unlock in this game, you have to get 25 kills with iron sights before you can even unlock the sniper scope. And that's because the attachments for each of the weapons are linked with a particular challenge and not necessarily with a particular level of a weapon. It was actually pretty interesting going back to World at War because I was actually able to find lobbies. I match made on 3 different days playing on different accounts so I can get access to all the different weapons. And I didn't run into a single hacked lobby. I had player accounts ranging from 150 all the way to about 700 players on at one time. And after playing this game for several hours across the campaign and multiplayer, I see why this game is held in such high regard for so many different players out there. So let me know a few things down in the comments section. Did you get a chance to play World at War in its prime, and did you know that it was a part of the Black Ops series? And I did include that Reznov clip because he is definitely a fan favorite character across all Call of Duty titles. And he also serves as that link between World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. Overall, when I had solid connection, it felt great to snipe on this game, and that's coming from a non-sniper. And you true snipers out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't really feel like there was much a difference between any of the rifles, with the exception of the PTRS. Just felt like it fired a little bit slower. So now that you've had an opportunity to see some gameplay from the Springfield, the Arisaka, the Mosin Nagant, the Kar98K, and the PTRS-41, let's go ahead and jump into the next game, which is Call of Duty Black Ops. And for the Black Ops 1 multiplayer, they featured 4 different sniper rifles. And those were the Dragunov, the WA-2000, the L96A1, and the PSG-1. So overall, I didn't really have an issue with any of these sniper rifles except for maybe the Dragunov. And although its fire rate is very forgiving, the problem with it is unless you hit a headshot, it's going to be 2 shots to kill. So again, any of you hardcore BO1 snipers, let me know down in the comment section below. Did I get this right? Are all of them pretty good for the most part, with the exception of the Dragunov? And I think that lack of variety and difference in sniper rifles had a lot to do with the creative class system. I kind of already talked about this when I was talking about Black Ops 1 during my evolution of pistols, rifles, and shotguns videos. So to briefly explain that creative class system for those of you that did not play Black Ops 1 or didn't watch any of those previous 3 videos, you're pretty much only able to equip one attachment to your primary weapon unless you ran the Warlord perk, which when equipped allowed you to run a secondary attachment on that primary weapon. The other thing that made sniping particularly interesting in Black Ops 1 is a perk called Last Stand. And as you can see from the gameplay, I actually got a collateral, but the guy ended up in Last Stand, so he didn't die right away, so you didn't get a collateral. So imagine how annoying that would be as a sniper to line up 2 people, fire that shot, and not get the double kill. But besides all that nonsense, one of the things that was very nice about Black Ops 1 is it had a lot of map variety. So some maps were actually very good for sniping, running an SMG, a rifle, just depending on how you position yourself. So now we've had a chance to see gameplay from the Dragunov, the WA-2000, the L96A1, and the PSG-1. With that, let's go ahead and jump into Black Ops 2. And when it came to Black Ops 2, they had 4 different sniper rifles as well. The SVUAS, the DSR-50, the Ballista, and the XPR-50. So like we saw in the previous weapon evolution videos, Black Ops 2 started to develop roles for specific weapons in each of the weapon categories. One of those roles is a fast rate of fire semi-automatic sniper, which you see fielded by that SVUAS. which was also filled by the Dragunov in Black Ops 1. But we also see how that pattern continues to emerge as we go into Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. We also have that other weapon that is kind of an all-around beast, which in this game ends up being the Ballista. And being 100% honest, the Ballista has to be hands down one of the best sniper rifles I've ever used in Call of Duty. Then we have that third sniper rifle role, which typically does more damage but has a slower rate of fire. And in the case of Black Ops 2, that is the DSR-50. Then you have that fourth role, which is kind of a hybrid between two of the snipers already listed. And in this case, it happens to be the XPR-50. And in my opinion, it felt like a hybrid between the DSR-50 and the Ballista. And one of the nice things about BO2 that allowed the weapons to separate themselves just a little bit more is that you could actually equip two attachments and a third with the wild card. It was actually a lot of fun going back to Black Ops 2 and sniping, because obviously when I played the game in its prime, I primarily used rifles and SMGs. And I can honestly say I wish I would have sniped a lot more during its prime. So for all the snipers out there, where do you rank Black Ops 2 among the other Black Ops titles? Since we have covered 3 out of the 5 games, we're just a little bit past halfway, so a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the video, please remember to hit that like button. With that, we'll go ahead and jump into Black Ops 3. So in Black Ops 3, there were actually a total of 8 different sniper rifles, 4 that came with the game, and then 4 that were DLC, or available in the supply drop system. The 4 that came with the game were the Draken, the Locust, the PO6, the SVG-100, and then when it came to the DLC, we had the RSA Interdiction, the DBSR-50, the XPR-50, and the Dragoon. The Draken fills that role as that fast-firing semi-automatic sniper rifle that takes 2 shots to kill unless you hit the head. The Locust is that sniper rifle that is kind of the all-around sniper rifle. It doesn't do anything particularly well, but it also doesn't do anything particularly bad. Then there's the SVG-100, which fills that role of the high damage but slower rate of fire. And that pretty much covers the 3 main roles I talked about. Obviously, I mentioned a 4th role, which was that hybrid role, which we'll go ahead and get to in a little bit. But the PO6 was a 3-round charge burst sniper rifle that fired 3 rounds every time you pulled the trigger, with a slight delay before actually firing the rounds. And when we get to BO4, we'll actually see a weapon that kind of pays homage to this weapon, and we'll kind of talk about that once we get to that point. That pretty much covers the 4 base snipers that BO3 had. Let's go ahead and jump into the 4 DLC sniper rifles. And again, since I didn't have access to these 4 DLC weapons, I went ahead and jumped on my buddy Qewzee's account, which is another YouTuber. I will link his channel down in the description, because obviously without access to those weapons, I would not be able to make these videos. So I definitely appreciate that. So go show a little bit of support. If you have an opportunity, go ahead and click that link down in the description below. The first one up is that RSA Interdiction, and this one actually had a pretty unique feature of being one of the only bolt action sniper rifles with target assist, which was balanced out by having a slower aim down sight time, which meant it was not very good for quickscoping. That brings us to the DBSR-50, which I believe is the weirdest sniper rifle in the entire Black Ops series. The DB in DBSR actually stands for double barreled, so after every 2 shots you'll have to pull back the bolt, and that'll actually feed the next 2 bullets into the chamber. But that's not even the weird part. The weird part about it, it is the only sniper rifle out of the 25 sniper rifles that we'll talk about today that cannot actually equip a sniper rifle scope. So in my opinion, it is definitely an oddity when it comes to the sniper rifle category. So we actually see a return of the XPR-50, and it again is filling that hybrid role. But this time it's kind of a hybrid of the SVG-100, which is that a high damage sniper rifle, and the Locust, which is kind of that all-around weapon. And last but not least is the Dragoon, and the Dragoon is basically the SVG-100, but pays a little bit of homage to World at War. And how it does that is through its reload animation. Every time you need to reload, it will only reload 1 single bullet at a time. So a lot of different interesting sniper rifles in Black Ops 3. We'll kind of see which particular rifles make a return in Black Ops 4 as DLC weapons. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into Black Ops 4. So for Black Ops 4, again, we have 4 different sniper rifles. The first is that Paladin, the second is the Outlaw, then we have the SDM and the Koshka. So again, we're running into sniper rifles that fill the specific roles. In this particular game, we have that high-powered, slow-firing sniper rifle, which is the Paladin. That fast-firing semi-automatic sniper rifle, which is the SDM. The sniper rifle that's pretty much all around good, which is the Koshka. Then we have that 4th role, which is that hybrid role. And normally where we would have seen the Paladin and the Koshka combined to make a sniper rifle, in this particular case, It's more that SDM and the Kashka combining to make the Outlaw, which ends up with a sniper rifle that has a faster fire rate but lower damage output than the Kashka. And obviously the opposite holds true for the SDM. Earlier when I was talking about Black Ops 3, I said that BO4 paid a little bit of homage to that 3-round burst sniper rifle, and they do that because the operator mod that you can attach to the Outlaw makes it a 3-round burst weapon. So maybe that 3-round burst sniper rifle will fill that 5th role in addition to the 4 roles we already talked about. And one additional feature that Black Ops 4 has that none of the other Call of Duties that we've talked about have is a special sensitivity for when using scoped rifles. And in my personal opinion, I think that is the biggest change to make sniping easier for everybody. And what I mean by that is, even though I'm not a sniper and I don't snipe on a regular basis, I do understand the basic concept of centering your shot before you aim down sight, which becomes especially important when quickscoping. So let me know down in the comment section below, do you think having that additional feature to change your sensitivity up helps people snipe better? With that, we've gone ahead and covered all 25 snipers in the entire Black Ops series. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video. If you stuck around to this point, you probably did, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel so you can find your way back. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.